academic? What kind of supports are there in place for someone that may be struggling academically?
Okay, so we have a plethora. We really do. There are programs in the age of technology that students participate in based on assessment. So an assessment is given, strengths and weaknesses are established, and then there's almost like a prescription.
So let me ask you this. So you said a test is given. Does everyone get this test, or do parents need to? Everyone gets a test when they first come in?
Yes, these are.
And they will identify what the concerns are for that child.
The strengths and the weaknesses.
Okay.
And based on that plan, it's almost like a prescription is given. You could benefit from this program, you could benefit from this program, but it requires student engagement.
If every student gets this assessment, at what point do they get it? Will it be available to the parents? Because I've never gotten one for my child. Do I need to call the school and say, where's my child's assessment? Like, what do I do? How do I know what the prescription? You said a prescription. How do I know?
We're given like a universal screener. So everybody takes these. It doesn't matter what kind of program you are in at your school. Every parent should get some type of results from these screeners to say, your child's doing well with this skill. We've identified more work needs to be done to master this skill.
Okay. So by about 1 month in, they have the screener. Yes. And so at least 1 month in, we can call and say, school counselor,
can you discuss? Right. I would say not just, can you send it to me? Because if somebody sends you something and you don't know what you're reading, I would say, can I have a conversation with somebody about what this means? How can I support at home? I
wanted to touch on before we end 504 plans and IEPs, because I think that is so important if things are really going left and those prescriptions are not working, so to speak.
Yes. Okay. So that is when an IEP or 504 would actually be introduced. We've tried the universal prescription. The universal prescription is not yielding the results that we need, and my child is falling further and further behind. So typically a 504 plan would be if a child has some type of diagnosis. It could be a child who has vision issues, and those speech, and those concerns are impacting academics, because that's where a lot of our parents get confused. It has to have a negative impact on your child's ability to access the regular education curriculum. You could have a child that, I'm thinking of a particular instance, a child that had a disease, and she wanted the child to have an IEP because she had a disease, but the child was not having any academic concerns. The child was thriving. And it was very difficult to get the parent to see that the IEP and the 504 are for students who are having challenges with accessing the regular education curriculum, because all students are regular education students first.
Absolutely. And the impact can also be the social emotional learning piece.
That is
it's not just they're failing in classes. It could be, for example, my son. I'm concerned that my son, he has a stutter, and the stuttering makes him not want to speak up in class and answer questions.
Not want to attend school.
Not want to attend school. He's afraid to get bullied. That's social emotional. Yes. And so you can advocate for your child and say, hey, this is impacting him, and so he needs to keep these services. That's how I kept it for so long. I advocate.
And the squeaky wheel.
You have, and that's the thing. I love that you said that, because you have to know what's in place. You have, like, there's a 504 plan, a handbook. There's an IEP handbook. There's a handbook that I didn't know about the stuff that you're talking about. I'm going to go find the handbook, and I'm going to read everything so that I can know what they're supposed to be doing and what's available.
Those tests are given 3 times: fall, winter, and spring. So you should be able to see the progress that your child is making.
Yeah. And so advocacy. When I think about advocacy, I think about I need to advocate because I have information. And I'm making informed advocacy efforts because of what I know is happening or not happening. And so in order for that to happen, that collaboration does need to take place.
Now,